Hello and welcome everyone to the Ministry of Movement podcast, and today you are lucky enough to have a guest speaker, Gerald, all the way from the UK. I'm speaking to you today about HIIT training. So tell us a little bit more about yourself, Gerald, and what you'll be speaking about.
Yeah, as you mentioned before, I'm from London, and I'm a personal trainer specialising in high intensity interval training, and I'm going to be talking to you about HIIT. And the reason, what's so great about HIIT is that you don't need very much time to get fit, and it can be done anywhere, whether it's outdoors, in the gym, in the comfort of your home. It's a great system to use.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Yeah, and we have some HIIT classes here at the gym, and we definitely know the benefits of that. And they're not as long as our other classes, so you can definitely get like more results in the smaller amount of time. So I definitely know what you mean, and they're a bunch of fun too because they're quite fast paced. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so I think with HIIT training, I mean, most people, they know, or they've been told that if you want to burn fat, you should work at lower intensities and go for a longer duration. And the difference with HIIT and, if you like, low intensity type training is that you're going to leverage the power of intensity. So what I mean by that is that you're going to be burning more calories per minute by using HIIT. Yeah. Compared to if you go for a more longer strategy where you're burning less calories, but obviously you're going to accumulate calories over a period of time. So in 20 minutes you can burn a hell of a lot of calories. And it's just down to you really. I mean, would you rather do it over an hour, or would you rather do it in 20 minutes and go home, shower, have the rest of the day that you've just got out of the way with?
Yeah.
So that's the difference with HIIT training, and yeah, you can use lots of different exercises to do HIIT. Weight training. You can use your body weight. You can do sprint type exercises, jumping. There's all different ways to really to really get that heart rate up.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So what's some examples of some actual HIIT workout training sessions that you might give to a client, or a client could do?
So I might do. I really like sprints. So anytime you're doing HIIT training, you have to do maximum effort. And so an example of what I might do in a HIIT training session is I might do 8 sets of short runs, maybe 30 to 40 meters. It doesn't have to be exact, it doesn't have to be measured out. But what you do is you run as hard as you can, and then once you've done that run, you recover for a set period of time. It may be, the way you ratio it is depending on how long you've worked to your rest period is based on how long you've worked. So you may ratio it, let's say 1 to 4. So what I mean by that is if you do 20 seconds of really hard sprint training, you would do, if you multiply that by 4, a minute, just over a minute's rest, okay? Or it could be 1 to 3, depends on your fitness level.
Yeah.
Basically, the longer you're going to rest, the easier the workout's going to be. So someone who's more advanced in their training would need a much more shorter rest period. So they may work to a 1 to 2 work to rest ratio. So they would work for 20 seconds, do exercise for 20 seconds, rest for 40 seconds, and ratio that way. So 1 to 2, and then you do maybe 8 sets of those, and then we'd probably do some boxing. So maybe a minute on the pads, hard as you can, as fast as you can, just hitting as hard as you possibly can for 30 seconds to a minute. And again, you use the same type of ratio, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Depends on the fitness level of that person, but the whole idea is that you keep switching the exercises and just make it fun, make it varied. But everything is, it's like you give everything that you have. There's no, oh, you know, I've got 3 or 4 more sets, I'm going to hold something back. It doesn't work, because then you're working at a lower intensity. You're not, as I said at the beginning, you're not leveraging that intensity. It's the intensity that gets the calories burned, and that's what improves your fitness levels. Yeah,
cool. So obviously very individual to every person as well. Yeah, and
that's correct.
Yeah, that's why I was getting.
Because
great to work with a personal trainer or a group fitness class where you can definitely, that trainer know you and know exactly what's going to be the best, and always to work with someone that knows a bit more about HIIT training if you've never worked with it before, or read some stuff about it. Yeah.
So how does it help people like lose weight or get fitter then? Like, what is about HIIT training that does that?
Yeah, so it's a combination of the intensity, the calories that you're burning, because you can burn a lot of calories in a short period of time. There's also a metabolic effect, and what I mean by that is that your metabolism is actually raised up to 48 hours after a workout of HIIT. So in other words, your metabolism is going to be accelerated. So after the workout, you're going to be burning more calories for up to a day, up to 2 days.
That sounds
so there's
so
also
good,
that
doesn't
benefit.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, because you're going to be burning calories in your sleep, more calories than you would have had you not done that workout.
It's basically burning fat while you sleep, which is every person's dream.
There you go. So you just become a fat burning machine, so to speak. So you burn fat during the workout, after the workout as well.
Yeah.
So it's a great fitness. It's a great tool to use in your workout.
How often should someone participate in HIIT training, do you think?
I reckon a maximum of about 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing in HIIT training is the recovery system. It's the recovery afterwards, because of the muscles. The energy takes about a day to 2 days to recover. So you use something called glycogen in your muscles, and it takes 48 hours to totally replenish those stores if you've really done the workout properly and you've absolutely depleted your energy stores. So 3 times a week probably is your maximum. That's all you need to do. You wouldn't want to be doing this type of training anything more than that.
It's pretty intense.
It's very, very intense. I mean, it's called high intensity for a reason. It is really top end. I mean, my advice to any beginner listening to this thinking, oh my god, it sounds scary, is obviously first of all use the rest period. Also, you alluded to something earlier when you said it's relative to your fitness level. So, it's recommended that you go into about 90% of your maximum heart rate. But perhaps if you haven't exercised for 5 years and it's your first session back, maybe you want to be going a bit lower, because even going at 70%, it's still going to be very high for somebody who's done nothing. That's still going to be very high, and you're still going to be doing high interval training, high interval intensity training based on what your current fitness level is. Then obviously you got a few weeks to go through that curve where you get the fitness levels up, and you can start to up the intensity. So you can play around with the intensity at the beginning. You can play around with your rest period as well when it's your first few workouts, and you don't even have to be so strict. I mean, you could modify it slightly and rest, recover, go back to exercise when you feel you're ready, rather than actually have such a regimented, 1 minute. Oh my god, I'm still out of breath. You can still
extend the rest break.
There's nothing wrong with that. If it's your first 3 or 4 workouts, if you're definitely keen to do this and you've done nothing, then definitely take it easy in those first few sessions. So, yeah.
And what about advice for trainers that want to be able to give their clients a good HIIT session?
My advice. I mean, it's the key thing, I guess, would be to understand the rest period. Understand why you're using the rest period, rather, I should say, because there's 2 parts to recovery. There's the fast component, and what I mean by that is, if you've ever run for a bus, or you probably noticed that within the first minute you recover quickly. So you won't totally recover. You probably recover maybe 60% within that first minute. But then to get to total recovery, where your heart rate is back to normal resting heart rate, could be 5 to 7 minutes after that. So you've got a fast component to your recovery, where you're going to recover very quickly, heart rate's going to go down, but then the rest is going to take a longer period of time. So when you're, depending on the fitness level of the person in front of you, you need to know how to manipulate that. So if you want someone to recover really, really quickly, you give them that shorter rest period. So yeah, just actually understanding that curve is really going to help you to plan to really plan your HIIT sessions and really make it specific to that person.
Yeah.
So that'd be the one thing I'd say to trainers. You know, there's lots of physiology books out there. When I was studying, there was a guy by the name of Free Guard McCardle, Catch and Catch. That was the physiology textbook which all of us students read, and my gosh, it's a very hard read, but it will help you understand interval training. So that'd be my advice. If you want to know more, it's a great book to read if you're a trainer.
Heaps of great resources about HIIT training, and I think you have one as well, don't you?
That's right. So I have my own guide where I cover nutrition and also how to actually put together your own HIIT workout. It's going to last 6 minutes. So that's my free 4-week fat loss guide, which you can get from our website. The links will be available at the end of this podcast, so please check it out. Sign up for my newsletter, get your free report.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah. Do you have any more questions, Jazz, or anything?
Pretty clear.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add about HIIT training?
Nothing more, and obviously, you know, check with your doctor to make sure it's okay to do this type of exercise, and because yes, it's high intensity, so please check with your doctor. And also, you know, obviously if you've got any kind of any kind of injury history, bad knees, ankles, or anything like that as well, you're going to need to then modify the exercise. I said sprint training's a great way to do things, but obviously if you have bad knees, you may want to consider sprinting on a bike, you know, cycling or something like that, or using a rowing machine, something which is weight bearing. So so look for the different type of options depending on what your medical history is, your injury history is.
Cool.
And that's it.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you so much for your time today. And if you're listening, don't forget to go grab Gerald's free report about HIIT training and the 4-week fat loss there. So it's on his website. The link will be at the bottom of this podcast. So just make sure you clicked that. But it's personaltraineroflondon.co.uk. Is that right?
Yeah. Personal trainer.
Personal trainer City of London.
City of London.
Yeah.
.co.uk.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And be sure to chat to you soon. So have a great day, guys, and keep working out. Keep highly motivated by listening to other podcasts, talking to other people about how they're going with their workouts, pictures of what you want to get to. Just stay motivated to get to your goals.
That's right.
Yeah. See you later.
Ladies.